Yes. We back with another one. Show Speaks 28. So you already know what time it is. If you just not tuning in, it's your first time watching. Every 7 episodes, I do about the women, but for the fellas. It's a segment that's been pretty popular. The feedback I do get off of it all, it be on point, it be good feedback, for whatever reason, speaking on such topics like this, men, women dynamics, it's always interesting, or the point of views from people. The way you think may not be the way somebody else think, but that don't mean what somebody's saying don't got validity to it. So I'm always wanting to hear point of views from other men and women. So now I'm the one, putting it out. So, every 7, I got y'all, don't worry, your boy is here, your boy is here, and about the women, but for the fellas, so here we are, no further ado, here we go. I'm gonna say women, like, you really gotta be careful, or like be mindful of like what they could be going through, or what's on their mind, or what's at the front of their noggin, what's at the centerpiece for the day. It varies, and it varies from woman to woman, female to female. You just never know in this world, you just never know what, women going through, and a lot of times we as men, we don't be, mindful of that. So when you approaching them, reaching out, whether it be inbox, DM, whatever, whether it be somebody at your school, your job, at the library, at the Walmart or something, like, I had a mind state of just like, I don't know, consideration, of, what, could be taking place. So I'ma say that. I said all that to say this. Okay, a lot of times women be in survival mode. They don't be in, relaxed, living, normal women mode. You know what I'm saying? They be in real deal survival mode. Kids, job, just the daily basics of life, health. It's a lot of equations and a lot of variables in the equation, and a lot of times women just be in survival mode. So whenever or if ever you encounter, a woman in survival mode versus a woman that's taken care of, she pretty much okay, she don't have a lot on her plate, she ain't dealing with this or that. Those are 2 different women. So approaching either or is going to give you different results. Like, okay, something you would say to a woman that's in survival mode, and it won't stick, it won't get through, it won't get the result that's not in survival mode, and it'll be just, what was needed to say. Now, when I say a woman is in survival mode and she's not a regular, normal woman, I'm not saying she's different. I'm not saying she's bad or some negative. No, this is just a woman who has certain things on her mind that she's having to take care of, deal with, go through. And a lot of the times, being nice, kind, receptive, comprehensive, just engaged in male encounters, sometimes those don't just hit right when they in survival mode. Like, or she might be in, if she's in survival mode, she might come off as a gold digger or begging or just, trying to like see where you at for us the pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might come off in that aspect. Like, if a nigga ain't doing that, then I ain't available. I ain't trying to talk or whatever. You might hear or see or get vibes like that. But as far as the woman that's not going through that and not in survival mode, like, she's straight, she's fine. She may not tend to come off like that. She's more nice, she's listening, she's engaged a little bit different and more than the one that's in survival mode. And let me make this clear also. For the most part, a woman doesn't really care about all of that I know my worth shit. Especially if she's in survival mode. Like, she definitely ain't trying to hear that shit. The woman that's not, she might not be wanting to hear that shit neither. That's just, a lot of times the grounds of a woman. Like, she's not trying to like bite on that. I know my worth as a man type of shit. Like, a lot of times they not, especially in the initial, stages, the first, steps, first stages, she ain't on that. She probably ain't trying to hear that. Like, that might not be some shit you need to say, cause it really doesn't matter to her. Like, what you do for a living, what you got, what you doing, or what your hobby is, career. Like, she ain't really. It's like, so it might be cool, good that he got his thing going on. He doing it, he on his purpose, yada yada. That's cool, hell yeah. But that shit don't really, like, it don't really hit like that for real in the grand scheme of things. Like, she doesn't really care about all of that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, especially when you tell a woman like in survival mode that like she, like, I know my worth, and like, I'm, this, that, and the third, like, that's completely out the door type shit. Like, and depending on how you word it, or depending on the woman, whether or not she's in survival mode or not, like, she might not be wanting to hear that neither. That's something cool, you want to make clear, but that's something as a man, she'll see that, she'll know it. Sort of like ain't gotta be said, what's understood. All you gotta really do like is just keep being you, doing you. I really don't see a reason for you to like bring that to the forefront, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? If she acts cool, but as the man, like it's not the material that's gonna do it. It's not the that can get you pushed to the front of the line. But once you get in the building, you gotta perform. Getting and keeping women is about performing. You know what I'm saying? You have to perform a certain way. And you focus on that rather than a crib, a car, shit like that. Like, you'll go much farther with women. It's the real things about a man that's gonna really get you in the dough like that, or what she's gonna like. And I'm still talking about the two, the woman in survival mode and the woman that's not in survival mode. She's more free and outgoing, open and yada yada. This woman is kind of she's closed off. She's really like focused and got shit to do. She's feeling like this and that, and she might not receive certain shit a certain way, but either or, keep the focus on you. Don't make it about nothing else. That's a really telltale sign of like insecurity or just lack of something. It might be a turn off to a woman. So all that I know my worth shit, all that I'm a man and I'm supposed to woo the woo. Yeah, you're right. But try to stay away from all of that when you getting in the door. If shit go that route, go the distance, then those things come out to the table. But try to keep everything about you, not nothing you got or accomplished, or just not no braggadocious shit. Just keep it about you. It's alright to have game and confidence and all that, but yeah, keep it about you and know the difference between a woman that's in survival mode and a woman that's kind of free, got more time to give you more of her to give you versus a woman that's in survival mode. And I'm not saying don't talk to these women either, but I'm just saying know the difference, know what you're dealing with, and know how to attack each one, because those are different women. Alright, now this I'm gonna talk to the fellas again, get them some game about emotions. Your emotions and hers has to be different. Like, you got, of course you got masculine and feminine, but like, a lot of our women are more in their masculine than their feminine. And they say a lot of men are in their feminine more than they're masculine. Now, this could be true. From what I see, it's not false. Um, I'm not gonna say men act like women and women act like men. I'ma just keep it the way I had it. You got, women that are, a little masculine, and I guess you got men that are feminine. So I say that to say this: the energy and emotion needs to be masculine. She's gonna be the emotional one, or the you would want her to be more physical in the actions, in the mannerisms, the behaviors, and all of that. So one thing I would say, just like an example of something, complaining, like hella communication, double, triple, quadruple texting, calling, wanting to hold hands, wanting to be affectionate, like those actions I would prefer let her do instead of you. And trust me when I say they are paying attention to that. They paying attention to how many times you call, how many times you text. If she said something to you and it got you in your feelings and you reacted, like they paying attention to, how you function. They size us up in ways we don't really know or understand or get. And those things tend to sway how she feels about you. If she feel like you're a guy that talk a lot, complain a lot, bitch a lot, then that's gonna turn her off. And that goes back to me saying emotions. Let her do those type of things, cause in her mind that's what women do. Bitch, complain, talk too much. So when you do it, that's what she gon' say or feel, and it could be a turn off. A lot of communication, being too anxious, being too antsy, these are little things that can turn a woman off, or just lower her interest. You want her interest to always be high. She calls you, she texts you, she wants to, be around you, see you do things and things like that. You want that. Now, they are told and taught, and they do a very good job of concealing how they feel about you. They do a very, very good job of that. So, and because they were taught that, us as men, we're not really taught that. We're taught to hunt and go, and we should, make the moves a man should make. All that, take the lead, all of that shit. So they're taught the opposite, and that's how they gain leverage and the upper hand. A lot of the time when they conceal how they feel, and they let you do all the texting and calling and I want to see you and where you at, what you want, what you need. I got, they conceal while you just show yours. You know what I'm saying? So relax. A lot of the times on how you move, how you react with a woman, it can be to your advantage or it could not. I always say when you're dealing with a woman, you either are a victim or you're victorious to whatever she's thinking in her head. A lot of times, majority, whatever's in her head is what, she's gonna go with. So, and it don't have to be true or nothing. If she feels you just a cheater, or you a guy that gets girls or talk to girls and shit like that, like, if that's in her head, whether that's true or not, that's what you gotta deal with. So that means you the victim. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, me myself personally, I go through that a lot. Just a female don't know me, or maybe she know of me, but she don't know my business or nothing like that. But in her head, I get girls or got girls, and it can be frustrating for real, because it's like, you don't even know me. How you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Where the proof at? But it's just, what it is. And a lot of the times it can be the flip side. You victorious. You can be victorious. You can be the winner, just based off what's in her head. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's true or not. You could be broke as fuck, but today you got on your nigga chain, you driving your cousin car, and you just hit a lick. So you got some bread on you. And she might see all of that day, that time, that moment, and think she got a winner. You get what I'm saying? So he victorious. She don't even know he not that. And there's plenty other examples, she might think you one hell of a gang number, or, just one hell of a street nigga, and that's not true. But that's what she believed, that's what she heard, or whatever the case may be, and you the winner. So just a lot of times, whatever in their head is just what you gotta deal with. You either the victim or you victorious. I'm not gonna say they wrong all the time, but those are just some examples and some cases you might run into. You know what I'm saying? Alright, okay. Last but not least, I recently seen this on my timeline. I don't know if I was on Facebook or Instagram, but I seen it come up, and it said, if you can't tame it, don't claim it. Now this is for men and women. I read it, and I processed it, thought about it, and got a lot of validity to it. Now, when they say tame, we're not talking about no animals here, but if you can't tame it, that means if you can't domesticate it, get it under control, if you can't, get it to trust and believe in you or fuck with you, but don't claim it. A lot of times, man or woman, the person you dealing with, like, you be in over your head. You know what I'm saying? It be more than, sometimes you just bite off more than what you can chew, and something you ain't used to, or it's just different. And don't be afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid of that. But it's just something to be mindful of. A lot of times it might be a learning experience for you. Sometimes you have to go through things to really mature and get the full effect or full understanding of something. You know what I'm saying? So, it's never such thing as out your league. Of course, that's something that came to my mind when I thought about it. Is they saying like somebody out your league, don't try to go after it? Well, if that's the case, I'ma completely, disown it and be like, fuck that. Like, whatever you feel like you want or like, or attract, then go after it. This for men and women. Like, I think women should shoot their shot more. Like, I think they'll get better results. For whatever reason, of course, at least I think I know, the reasons why they don't, because, that's just what women not prone to do. Like I said, they talk to conceal how they feel. So them shooting their shot is not really the norm, but trust and motherfucking believe, nigga. They make it known. But what I'm saying is, if they just make it known more or direct, then they might get better results. I'm pretty sure. And for men, it's never such thing as a woman out your league. You are a man. She is a woman, and it can work. Like I said, material is material. It's all about the two individuals. It's just about them. So that's the show today. Hopefully you tuned in all the way to this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, every 7 episodes of Show Speaks, I gotta deliver, about the women but for the fellas. So that's today's segment. Hope y'all liked it. I think I gave you some good ones. I gave you some good game, and I know I did. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Fuck with your boy. I'ma keep this shit rolling. You already know. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Till next time, we out.
You are now watching 702 Visions.
Shout out to y'all boys, man.
I ain't hard to find. Get at me. 702 Vision. District 1104.